Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Verdant. We are back for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker in Last Azlanti and Unfair. So, we are in the Lonely Barrow. I'm basically just clearing out this area. The main objective is not yet for us to do. It will be for later on. But we get some experience here, some gold I guess, so we might as well just clear what we can right now. I will dump some stuff on the floor here because we are quite heavy. And I don't want to walk around encumbered. So just do it like this. Heavy shields weigh a lot and they basically are worth nothing. We had done this little puzzle, if you can call it, which opened up this door. I feel like there's gonna be a trap here.
I can see my destination.
Okay. Okay. So we have an Arcana check over there, Arcana check over there. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did in the previous episode, which is to give Jubilost the Boogeyman's robe. And let's send you over there. Buff you with the Blessing of the Faithful short.
My skills are getting rusty. You can thank me now.
This bas relief depicts the creation of phylactery, the storage device for the soul of a future lich. Indeed, it's true. And this one here, Arcana 31.
Let us not hesitate.
We cannot guarantee this one, sadly.
Don't hesitate.
I will just try and go for the best I can. So we do this. We do this.
Ready.
Do you still have... Oh, you don't have it. God damn it.
I'm restless.
I am yours to command.
Let me give you good hope. Actually, let's give everybody good hope.
Focus.
Delay this buff. Okay, you guys come over here.
Concentrate.
I am your shield.
Good hope.
I will not falter.
Give him that.
You require my assistance?
Okay. So, you are at 27. Please.
This is not the way it works.
God damn it, Juby. You had to roll a 4. Roll 2. It makes me sad. This bas relief depicts a mighty mage killing countless innocent victims. Wonderful stuff. Oops. You take that. You take this. Trap. Might as well also buff him.
Come.
Where now? I did it.
Good.
I did.
I will guide.
Oh, we've seen that one, yeah. Some scrolls, some information. Nothing too fancy. This is the treasure we just left here. This is a piece of loot which I forgot to get. And that's an archer. There may be some more enemies in the area. I will investigate. No, seems like I'm fine. Okay, so you can go alone. Okay, let's... Damn it. I thought it was gonna be quick, but no. We have to send Mr. Knock Knock to take care of this.
Give the order. Let us not hesitate.
Listening as hard as I can. Did it without breaking
Good.
it.
Some scrolls.
Many roads to
Nothing too fancy. Let's go explore the ancient tomb, the lower level. Now, if I remember this right, this will only serve for us to pick up the quest. I don't think there's anything to do down there, like fighting enemy stuff like that. So, I'm not gonna bother with buffing here. And if there is something coming for us, we still do have a lot of our long duration buffs, so we should be fine anyway. This I will look at in a second.
Not
Yeah.
tired. Legs weak.
Okay, so you can see here these 6 braziers. And we have this wall of light here, or this wall of force, the motive force. The closer you get to the magic barrier, the louder a whisper, just on the verge of hearing, becomes. It says over and over, the door will open to the strongest, defeat the monsters, get the key from the dungeon. The key is hidden between 2 rivers falling to the same lake on its shore. Find it and come. The door will open to the strongest. So, don't we get a quest?
Focus on the goal.
Oh my lord, I got scared. Something fell in the room. Nearly pooped myself, holy crap. Not sure if the microphone picked that up, but I have my skin going up. In any case, I was expecting a quest, but apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah, it doesn't say. Ah, we have to give her the wine. This is what I was doing. Yeah. I remember. So we dropped by this place on the way to our Silver Step village. I kind of could pick this up to sell, but I'll just leave it for now. I don't want to travel with heavy weight. We're gonna give the Elven Absinthe to the lady, which is over there. Are we heavy? No. I will leave this one for a little bit later.
I must replenish.
This one here for Octavia and Rigongar. You are exhausted already? Okay. I can even sell some of our stuff here and then drop by the Lonely Barrow again to pick it up. Come on, knock knock. Okay, so offer all of this up. What else do we have? I want that. This. I'm never really gonna use this, so take it. Take it. Take it. I will keep those. This can go. This is all. Yep, so much stuff for so little gain. Kinda makes me sad. Yeah, he had a full plate. Okay. How am I looking on camping supplies? 18, that's fine. Okay, so Mim. Come here. Shake the bottle, look what I've got. Lovely. I've been waiting for so long. Thank you so much, Cordam. Your Grace. I have to admit I have no idea what my third wish should be. I'll tell you as soon as I come up with something. Now, if you'll excuse me, art can't wait. So now we have 4 level ups. And you are kind of close, but not really. So I think I'm gonna do these level ups now. And then I will wait until we get the level ups for Rigongar and Cordampina. So, as is tradition, I am going to pause the video, I'm gonna go over the level ups of my characters, and when I come back, we will go into each of them in detail. Okay, I am back. Actually spent a bit of time here with the spell selections on my character. But let's start with Valerie. This is gonna be a very easy level up. So for her, the same thing as Rigongar. We're just gonna keep on going until we reach level 4 in Dragon Disciple to get all of these nice goodies. So 1 more point in Dragon Disciple. I want more perception and I suppose more athletics on her. Now, a couple of things here that I noticed that I'm gonna reference this in case anybody is wondering. So Valerie, naturally, she's not like a pure tank. She has other things going for her. We do have some offensive abilities which we're gonna continue investing on, but we do have some defensive stuff, like we have dodge, we have crane style, we have shield focus, we have a lot of things increasing our AC. So you might wonder why I'm not giving it armor focus yet. So this would naturally be a good choice, right? If you just want to tank, one more AC coming in from heavy armor. But the reason why I'm not doing this is that at some point I want to give Valerie a very good medium armor, especially for her being a bard. And if I were to get armor focus on heavy armor right now, it would be a waste later on, so I'm not going to use it here. And if I were to put medium armor focus right now in preparation for when that item does come, until that time comes, this is also just a waste. So we're going to be going for something different. I will be going, much like I'm starting to do on other characters, for dazzling display here. This is, I also picked up the weapon focus. Give me just 1 second, please. Okay, so going back to what I was saying. I'm picking dazzling display as a requirement for shattered defenses, which is always very good. Arcane spellcasting, we're gonna pick Bard, naturally. It's what we're gonna continue progressing on in terms of spellcasting capabilities. And also something that's not particularly obvious if you're just looking over here, but you do also get at the second level a bloodline feat selection. So you do get an extra feat on this level up. It might not be a lot of, choice, but one we already picked up for Rigongar, and I've mentioned before, will be very important as we go through the game, is going to be Blind Fight. Other good choices would be Improved Initiative, is always nice. And if you wanted to go a little bit more on the offensive side with her, Power Attack would also unlock some other feats which could be useful. I'm going the defensive route here on Blind Fight. Now, something that is not obvious at all, and I want to show this here so you guys can learn as well. Let me just pick this here, Great Fortitude. If I go for my initial feat selection, and I go over what I cannot pick, just as an example here, we can see Improved Blind Fight, right? You cannot pick up this feat because there is a requirement for Blind Fight. But even though this progresses in a certain order, there's actually nothing stopping you from picking up Blind Fight by another mean, like for example a Bloodline feat selection on the same level up. So Blind Fight here, and now if you go back over here, now you will have Improved Blind Fight available for you to choose from. In this case, it could be a useful thing to do if you really wanted Improved Blind Fight. Let's say this would be a way you could do it instead of waiting for level 13 to get this. And there will be other classes as well where stuff like this can happen. So it's a cool trick to know about the UI, even though it might not be very obvious. You can do this. You can pick something over here and then come back and pick what you couldn't before because it was a requirement. Just letting you know. It will still be Dazzling Display, Bard for the progression, and Blind Fight as my my Bloodline feat, sorry. We get a new level 3 Bard spell. For this one, there's not really many great choices, I guess. I'm thinking I could go for Haste. Just have somebody else capable of casting Haste. But since this is round per level, it's kind of a short duration, and my main character has it, Rigongar has it, Jubilos has it. I'm just gonna go for Delay Poison Communal here. So if we do get ourselves into a situation where I need Delay Poison and Cordampina has already spent her spell, it would be just like a fallback spell to get. So let's go over the summary here. Dazzling Display as our feat selected. This is a prerequisite for Shattered Defenses. Ability boost Strength +2. This is from getting our second level in Dragon Disciple. Dragon Bite as well from getting our second level in Dragon Disciple, so very, very good. Yeah, so we got Dazzling Display plus Blind Fight from the Dragon Bloodline, and we picked Delay Poison Communal as our new spell. That's a level up done. Moving on to Mr. Knock Knock. We could continue going down the Rogue tree. It would be a very decent choice, and we will come back to the Rogue tree at some point. But for right now, we picked up our advanced talents here. We got Opportunist, so now I'm gonna give him some points into Vivisectionist. It will keep his sneak attack progression going, so we don't lose his main source of damage. We get a Mutagen, which we know is very, very good, and we can also get some nice medical discoveries as well on the next level. So for our skill points, I'm gonna do the usual things. So Perception, Stealth, Trickery, and Mobility. For our feat, there's a couple of things here which could be very decent. Blind Fight is, you know, obviously good, but not as important for him as other characters, I feel. Especially since there are a lot of offensive things that we want. Combat Reflexes, which is likely what I'm gonna pick right now, is also one of the very important ones. You may make a number of initial attacks opportunity per round equal to your dexterity bonus, and he has a ton of dexterity bonus. With this feat, you may also make attacks opportunity while flat-footed. So, this is very good because every melee character in my party essentially has Outflank, which can trigger attacks of opportunity from other characters. If somebody is tripped by my Leopard, attack of opportunity. If I eventually get Seize the Momentum or Seize the Moment on other characters, it's another source of attacks of opportunity, so increasing this number is going to be a very good thing to have. Other very decent choices, we could go for Dazzling Display, again, as a prerequisite for Shattered Defenses. It would also be very, very good for him. And I think that's actually the only things I really wanted here. Yeah. So we're gonna start with Combat Reflexes here and take this feat. This, again, doesn't really matter too much. He's never really gonna be able to cast much. So at most I picked True Strike. It can be useful on anyone. And then you can just pick whatever you want, basically. It doesn't really matter too much. Mutagens, Alchemist Proficiencies, doesn't matter. Mutagen, again, same thing. Throw Anything, doesn't matter. Combat Reflexes and the spells, which also won't matter too much. Level up done. Let me just do this before I forget. This goes over here. Moving on to Mr. Jubilost. I want Trickery, I want Arcana, Knowledge World, and Perception. Everything at 11. Actually, I don't even need Trickery anymore, right? Because I have Knock Knock. Well, in case Knock Knock fails it, he can try it. But if I don't put it here, I could just do it like on one of these, I suppose. Just keep going there. I'm too lazy to think about the most effective way of doing it. Level 11 feat. There's again some cool things to take here. Weapon Focus Bomb would naturally be a useful thing, just having a +1 on all attack rolls with a selected weapon, but it's not that important. We don't need Weapon Focus as a prerequisite for, let's say, well, you need it, but I don't want it on Jubilost, for Dazzling Display and or Shattered Defenses, so it's not as critical to take this one here. So what I am going to take on him, we could take some more bombs, but I think we have enough now to kind of manage properly. I'm going to take Improved Critical. So Improved Critical, you also pick the weapon you want to choose. I'm going to take Bomb. This will basically just double the threat range for a critical strike with bombs. So it's a very cool thing to have. And in terms of our spells here, we have... Let's look at level 3 in case there's something useful. Also level 2. So none of this matters to me. I can learn it from scrolls anyway. Level 3, I am fine. Ah, of course. And level 4, I want echolocation. So thankfully, We didn't pick this up in the previous level up, we picked False Life Creator. And in fact, Echolocation, we don't need it just yet. So we were safe picking this one here. So Echolocation will be useful later on, we're gonna take it. And that's his level up. Improve critical on bombs, make sure he can crit double the amount of times. And Echolocation as a very, very important defensive spell for some enemies later in the game. And finally, for my main character, and this is the one that I usually have a lot of doubts when doing the level ups, I will give him Persuasion, and I think I'm just gonna keep on giving him Perception here. I'm kind of a way behind, but don't really need anything else up here. Again, unless I were to go for Athletes or Mobility to get out of webs and stuff like that, I'll just give him some Perception to help out in checks. Now, for level 11, this is where a lot of things can be taken and there's a lot of good stuff, but you do eventually have to make a choice. So what we've been taking was, we got Spell Focus Evocation to be able to get Spell Specialization. This was mostly useful at the beginning to have like specialized magic missiles, it's no longer the case. This is a prerequisite for Arcane Trickster. And then we got Spell Focus Conjuration and Greater Spell Focus Conjuration. This is mainly because Stinking Cloud is such a very good spell to have in terms of control. So what I'm gonna do here is, we will be taking something that might be a little bit weird to somebody, but I will explain why I'm doing this. One of the obvious choices, by the way, would also be Greater Spell Focus in Evocation, which we will get later. But what I will get now is going to be a meta magic for Heightened Spell. The reason why I go for meta magic Heightened Spell is that Empower, Extend, Maximize, Quicken, and Reach, you can get this, all of these meta magic feats from rods that you pick up throughout the game. Heighten is the only one for which there is no rod. So why is Heighten also so good? Let's look at it. You can cast spells as if they were a higher level. So what's the benefit? A Heightened spell has a higher spell level than normal, up to maximum of 9th level. Unlike other meta magic feats, Heightened spell actually increases the effective level of the spell that it modifies. All effects dependent on spell level, such as saving throws DCs and ability to penetrate a lesser globe and vulnerability, are calculated according to the heightened level. So, level increase, the heightened spell is as difficult to prepare and cast as the spell of its effective level. So the main takeaway from this is gonna be the saving throw, the DCs of the spells you are casting. If we were looking at, for example, again, Stinking Cloud is a level 3 spell. So when I cast it, the DC will be based on the fact that that spell is level 3. However, if we heighten Stinking Cloud and cast it as, let's say, a level 4 spell, the DC would be based on a level 4 spell. The same thing for level 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it's just an additional way to increase the DC of your spells. In this case, it will count for anything you want to heighten. And the other thing that makes Heightened Spell useful is that Heightened Spell, you can... How can I explain this properly? Right, so let's look at this one here. Maximize Spell. Maximize Spell says level increase +3. A maximized spell uses up a spell slot 3 levels higher than the spell's actual level. What this means is, let's say you have Magic Missile. Magic Missile is a level 1 spell. If you want to maximize Magic Missile, you would need to cast that maximized Magic Missile by using a level 4 spell slot. Okay, that's what this +3 means. If you look at Maximize, it will be similar. Quicken is a +4, so you get the idea. But Heightened Spell, it doesn't matter. You basically just cast at whatever spell level you want. So This is very useful because let's say we have, again, as the example, magic missile. And we've spent all the magic missiles we could cast on level 1, so we no longer have any level 1 spell slot available. But if I still want to cast magic missile, I can heighten it and use a second level slot for magic missile. I can do the same thing for level 3 spell slot, 4, 5, yada yada yada, all the way up to level 9. So it's also a very good way to have more casts of spells that you want to cast, but no longer have spell slots for. So very cool, very useful. Let's see how often we use this. And then for spell specialization, I think I'm gonna go a little bit on the offensive here. And I will be going for Fire Snake in this case. So I'm picking Fire Snake here. I don't have this spell, but worry not. We can pick it up on our spell level up here. So we don't have any level 5 spells yet. This is going to be our first level 5 spell selection. There are a lot of good choices here. Cloud Kill is a very good choice, for example, and I might pick it up later on. We have Echolocation, again, for defensive purposes. Feeble Mind can be very cool to basically take away an enemy spellcaster from the fight. Fire Snake, which would be the one I'm going to pick right now. Whoop. Let me look at it. Okay. So it affects all creatures along a 50-foot line. They can save, reflex for half damage. It's a fire spell, so it goes well with our dragon bloodline. And it affects all enemies in the line, avoiding allies. I don't think this is true. It says all creatures. I might test it, but I don't think this is true. In any case, creatures in the path of the Fire Snake take 1d6 points of fire damage per caster level, up to a maximum of 15d6. So, if we look at our fireballs, for example, these... Oh, come on. These are capped at 10d6. So Fire Snake is just going to be an additional damaging spell that we can cast at level 5 that caps at a higher level. So 15d6 for even more damage. By having our spell specialization here, let me see, treat your caster level as being too high for all level variable effects of the spell. So I do think that this should also increase the amount of damage it deals. If I understand this right. So currently we are at level 11, which means Fire Snake should deal 13d6 damage. That's what I'm kind of hoping for here. Fire Snake is my choice. And yeah, so Heightened Spell and Fire Snake. The other thing I really wanted to take, and this is why I spent so much time looking at my level up, is Icy Prison. This is a spell that I love. It's a control spell based on the Evocation spell school. It lasts for 1 minute per level. It's a cold spell. What it does is you trap the target in solid ice. If the creature fails its save, it is paralyzed. If the target makes its save, it gains the entangled condition but can otherwise act normally. So even if they fail the save, they still get a debuff. Whether or not the target saves, it takes 1 point of cold damage per caster level each round it is paralyzed or entangled in the ice. So it's just constant damage ticking every single round. A creature can break the ice with a successful strength check each round after receiving the effect. So DC 15 plus your caster level. So this is obviously very good because if they fail their save, they get paralyzed, which is amazing. A paralyzed enemy is a dead enemy for all intents and purposes. And even if they fail it, they still get some penalties. So very, very cool. I'm just taking Fire Snake right now just to have an additional offensive spell. It also ties in well with our spell specialization, and I think we're gonna make use of it soon when we go for a quest I've been avoiding for some time now. So level ups are complete.
I'm up for an adventure.
We are gonna have our rest. And I kind of forgot what I was doing. Well, first of all, let me just prepare more spells on Juby. We have an additional spell slot. I can go for more displacement. I guess I'll just go for a third haste. This way we can make use of his extend rod, you know, to the full amount. And level 4... I could get greater invisibility. I think I'll just go for false life greater still. Maybe an extra one for our main character, or even just for Valerie. Or the leopard. It would always be useful. So, what I was going for... We have to wait for this. Can't get that. Await a report. We could go for this, Pariah. I might go for this now, actually. A just reward. Meet the nymph in their Verdant Chambers. I could go for that now. Let's just make a quick stop at the barony. See what we have. So, barony, let's go. Ah, and by the way, I think I forgot to mention this. The other reason why I feel okay in changing my spell specialization from Stinking Cloud to the Fire Snake is because given that now I have heightened spell, if I want to cast Stinking Cloud with some more DC, I can also just do it by using heightened spell. So you can just put this here. This is how you do it. You press... Because this might not be obvious to some people, it's kind of hard to find out sometimes. You open up your spellbook, you have the Meta Magic button right here. You press it, you look for the spell you want. In this case I want Stinking Cloud. You put it over here. You apply the Meta Magic you want. So you can just drag it over here. You choose the resulting spell level you want. So I could go for like any spell level I want. In this case, I can only go up to level 5 because I only have up to level 5 spell slots. And I can do something like, for example, this decoration doesn't matter too much. It will just display as this one. And you just write your spell. So, being a sorcerer, you don't need to prepare this ahead of time. You can just do this in the middle of combat if you want. And now if you go to your spell book and you select level 5 spells, you will have Stinking Cloud as an available spell to cast as well. Okay, let's go over here. Throne room. We have Lindsay. Oh, and I forgot to speak with the other artisan that I need. God damn it. What? Mim has gone missing? Oh no. Okay. What the hell? We just came from there. Alright. Find Mim. We have no more events. How are my stats looking like? It's still getting built, I believe. Somewhere. I think over here. Yeah, it's still getting built. 11 days. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. So, I want to get out into the barony streets. There is a... I think at least that there is an artisan I need to talk to. Maybe I need to build a shop. I don't remember how this one works. Come on. One sad thing about Pathfinder Kingmaker is, as you go along the game, the loading screens will get slower and slower. And I don't think there's really much I can do about that. Okay, where are you?
I can see my destination.
Is she not here yet? She should be here. I hope I didn't mess anything up. I may just have to build her shop. I forgot about this because this was something that happened right at the end of an episode. So I didn't have time to go into it. God damn it. Okay, let me see if I have the shop option. So in our barony, I want to build... Damn it, it's here. Arlene's Magical Rarities Shop. This is like the most important building we're ever gonna build. So get it over here. It takes 10 days. So after 10 days, I think we're gonna have a chance to talk to her. You guys are busy doing whatever you are doing. Sure. Regions. Okay, so I think while I'm waiting for the council to convene for the Bald Hilltop, I will go and deal with the other quests. So I would have something like this. This can go here, this can go there.
Focus on the goal.
I also need to take out some weight. This is something that always annoys me, to be quite honest. Why do I even have this here? Okay, 8 pounds. Let me take care of all of this. I think I will want just a few of these. Let me split them, please. Thank you. Like, this should be more than enough, if I even need it. I hope I don't need it. The reason why I'm taking out weight from my inventory is that at some point I'm gonna have to split my party, and my character will be alone. And if suddenly you become alone, that means that you alone have to carry the entire weight of your inventory, which is not always trivial, you know, especially since my character is not strength-based. So all the food I'm just gonna leave behind. And... let me see if I have a lot of potions here. Okay. I do want my potions. I'll leave these. Alchemist's Fire and Acid Flask, they can go away. All of this needs to stay here. And the swords and stuff can also stay here. I think we're fine. So we can leave. I'm gonna place Mr. Rigongar's hat back on his head, which is this one here. Okay, we have some weight, but I think it's mostly fine. So I have to go to the Verdant Chambers, which does take a while. And in the Verdant Chambers, I need to play alone. But I don't want to make this entire way alone, because if I get ambushed, that means I'm probably gonna die. So I come here with my team. I rest. You can hunt, you go here, you go there. It's fine.
I'm afraid of catching them.
Wink.
And now what we do is the following. I don't think I need anything from my other characters for this. I think I'm fine the way I am. I should be. I want this one, that's for sure. I have potions of heroism, which will also help. Okay, I think I'm good. So what we do now is we're gonna click this button for the group manager. It will take some time. It sucks, but it is what it is. And I will take out everybody from my party except my main character. In terms of weight, we are good. So now we can go into the Verdant Chambers. And the reason why I come here so late is because this area can be very dangerous. Well, it's not it can be, is that it is very dangerous, in fact. You don't need this because you already have braces of armor. Get shields, get mirror image, and for the most part that should be enough. I will also get my mutagen here. And just as a refresher, because it's been a long time since we got this was from the Troll Trouble chapter. So in defeating the Stag Lord, we not only completed the Aldori's task, but saved a beautiful nymph, the Guardian of the Bloom, who no one besides our daring leader has seen. A well-deserved reward awaits our hero. So the nymph suggested the Baron set off toward Chambers, an old tree growing inside the ruins in the middle of the woods. She didn't invite anyone else. Looks like the nymph is only interested in offering her reward to the Baron. So we're gonna do that. But before doing that, let's just check something here. How long do you last? Caster level 1. That's kind of a short amount of time, right? It's 1 minute only. Okay. So let's go here.
Without a doubt.
We're gonna check out this tree. But things are not exactly as they may seem. As we can see right now.
Oh, you did come. And alone, just as I asked. Do you not know, my loyal hound, that the brightest flowers are also the most poisonous?
Yeah, she's talking about herself. So a couple of options here. I'm just gonna go for lawful good. I helped you. There is no honor in attacking me.
Don't blame me. Blame the coronet given you by the Aldori. If it weren't for that...
The nymph grows still, seemingly listening to the rustling of her leaves.
How many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baron? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's, die or run. There is nothing you can change.
And she's not kidding. You will either die...
Combat is
Well,
adjourned.
you can't really run. That's the main thing here. Because if you were just able to run outside, that would be a good thing. But you can't. You do need to face off at least against an enemy in this region. So let me just go over what's happening here before I get into combat. Naturally, you are playing alone. You are playing against some decently tough opponents here. Especially alone again. And our character, you know, he's a sorcerer. He doesn't have the combat prowess to just charge in and whack this Hydra with an axe or something like that. The same thing can be said with the Owlbear, the Manticore, and the enemy over here as well. So we're gonna kind of be kiting around the area and trying to kill them from afar. That's really our only option to deal with this. What you could also do, but I don't find that to be very reliable, is you could skip these monsters here. I'm gonna be skipping that one by turning invisible and trying to just sneak away from them and then only fight the guy over here. I think this guy always sees you. I'm not exactly sure. The other option you have is you could go up, so around this area. Although this is filled with traps and also red caps, which can kill you very quickly. You can go all this way, disarming the traps, all this way over here. And then you would have a mobility check, which would allow you to jump down and go out this way. I think if I can, I'll also try to do that with this here, since I do have a somewhat decent mobility score. I am encumbered though, because I drank my mutagen, But I think if I just do this, I should be fine. I'm not really going to be using my ankle breaker. So this makes me light. Also going to equip my Arcane Protector to have some more AC out of that. But yeah, so first step, we're going to fight this Hydra here. She has a touch AC of 17, which I hope I can exploit in order to kill her somewhat quickly. And we have Expeditious Retreat, specifically to outrun these enemies. So they move, well, not super slow, but somewhat slow. Okay, so 2 shots, killed. That's 1 enemy down. I'm gonna move over here until I find the owlbear. Okay, so this guy is over here. He has more HP, as is to be expected. For him, I am gonna get myself Great Invisibility as an additional defense, and also to exploit the fact that I'm gonna be hitting flat-footed AC or touch AC and dealing sneak attacks as well. So let's do this. Or actually first, wait, give me a second. I need to plan this correctly, otherwise I don't want to get myself killed here. Yeah, before I forget, let's back up here. I am gonna drink a potion of heroism. I forgot to do this. So drink that. Is there anything else I might want here? Bark skin is always welcomed. Endurance doesn't really do much. I do have bull strength, so I can carry more. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay, I don't need it. Displacement I don't need right now. Don't need that. Don't need that. Invisibility could be useful at some point, maybe. All of this doesn't matter. Reduce person is cool, but it only lasts 1 minute. I mean, it can help against this guy. Shield of Faith. It's as caster level 1, so it doesn't make a difference for our ring. Okay, I guess I can get Reduced Person here. Drink that. And given we are now back at medium, I am gonna drink a Bull Strength to even it out. We are now tiny. I'm gonna haste myself. Crit Invis. And let's see what we can do with this guy here. I will empower. This lasts how long? Only 1 round, so I don't think I'm gonna use this now. Okay, so let's empower our Scorching Ray and hit the owlbear. Don't really have the best line of sight to do this, but...
Time for words has passed.
Whoa! Okay, let's turn this off because he has a knife. He was running towards him. Let's say no thank you. 1 more could kill him. Okay, good. A lot of damage there. That's done. And now I'm gonna keep on using my Greater Invis as well as my Haste and Reduce Person to try and reach this area. There will be a trap here which is gonna make me visible, I believe, with Glitter Dust. Oh no, only this one. My issue is I don't exactly remember what's the skill check on this, but if I fall, at most I will take a little bit of damage. So I think I'm okay with that. If I go this area, I have to fight a... I have to fight a single enemy, which is kind of large, but moves slowly. And that plays into my favor, right? If I go over here, I have to fight a couple of wolves, which move quickly. But they should be more vulnerable to stuff like a Stinking Cloud. Okay, so let me change my plan here. First of all, I want delay poison. Okay, that way I don't disable myself. And let's see if I can cross this over here.
My expertise
Nice. We are still invisible. What is the check, by the way? It's a DC 26. Okay, we just passed it. Okay. Can I just ignore them?
see my destination.
I feel like they're kind of in the way. 25 hit points. This dies very easily then. Okay, I think there's a way out from here, because if there's not, I'm going to be sad. Okay, so I'm not going to empower here. I'm just going to go and toss out a fire snake, which should kill them both.
Time to practice my combat
Excuse me?
abilities.
Why didn't it hit? Oh my god, what the hell, dude? Okay, let's run around the tree. No, around! I'm scared. Don't trip me. Okay. Dead. Oh, okay. Piece of sky metal, invisibility. Well, in hindsight, what I should have done was just toss out an empowered fireball, but it really did look like the fire snake was gonna hit them both. But it did not. So I do feel that this is the safest option, assuming you can make this jump. There are some characters which might not be able to, because let's just go over this again here. Where is it? So yeah, the DC is 26, which means if you are a character that hasn't leveled mobility at all, it would just be your roll. So you would have to roll a 20 to get over this, if that's even possible. I'm not actually sure if critical rolls or natural 20s get you over skill checks, but yeah, it's entirely possible for you to come over here and try to jump over and over and over, and you're gonna fail each and every time, and you will be taking damage each and every time. So eventually you will have to go through this region and fight a much tougher opponent than what you fought over here. I think it's like a giant fly trap. So if you can make this jump, this is the easiest option. If not, at this point and at this level, we do have the tools to kill this enemy somewhat easily, as we saw also on the, for example, on the owlbear, we were dealing 84 damage on one shot. So it's 84 plus 59, so very, very decent damage. 60 damage from fire here, plus 24 fire sneak. Very good, kill them quickly. But if you try to come here when you get the quest, which is like, what, level... I don't even remember, level 6, level 7, something like that, it's very hard and it's likely you're gonna die. So leave this one for much later like I just did. There's no real point in rushing this quest. I think this quest might automatically fail, like after you do a couple of quests in the Varnhold Vanishing, so you know, it's easily much later in the game. Right, so I don't want to go alone to my barony for the same reason as before. I don't want to get ambushed. So what we do is, again, group manager. It takes some time, I know, but we pick up our friends, and this will allow us to go back home safely. At this point, I think the council should have convened over what happened at the Bald Hilltop. Let me just do something here. And I'm also gonna remind Cordampina that if she wants pizza for dinner, she has to order it.
I know.
She knows. She did not forget. Yeah, today is pizza day. Show me your wares. Ooh, okay, he has new stuff. A lot of these things we did not have before. Yeah, like this frost kukri wasn't here before, but it's worse than what Knock Knock has anyway. Flaming Orc double axe +2. A holy rapier +2. This is actually not bad. For Valerie. A holy bastard sword +2 is a very good option for her. Thinking. Because she's gonna get a better weapon at some point, but it's still a little bit later, you know? It is still a little bit later, so this might be a good option for her. I have to check something here. While wielding the weapon in which you have weapon focus, you can perform a bewildering show of prowess as a full round action. I don't remember if Shatter Defenses has to be with the weapon in which you have focus or not. That is what I wanted to check. Let me just pause the video, I'm gonna check on the wiki. Okay, so on the wiki, it's actually a little bit confusing. The description says something like, your combat prowess with your focus weapon is so good that you can shatter their defenses, but then it says that the benefit is, if you hit someone that is shaken, you hit flat-footed. It doesn't really say it needs to be the focus weapon. I'm not gonna bother too much with that, I don't think. And I can just leave the weapon here. It's gonna suck though if I want to get this weapon later and I cannot get it. It might be annoying. What else we have? Speed Dagger. Doesn't stack with haste, I don't believe. Speed does not stack with haste, so don't care too much about it. Adamantine half plate, no. Anti-toxin chain shirt, cool. Fire Giant's Nemesis. +3 morale bonus to AC against attacks of monsters with giant subtype. This would actually be useful, but I think I'm gonna save the money for now. Robe of the Wise. +3 competence on all lore and knowledge checks. Don't need it. Athlete's Gloves. +3 mobility and athletic skill checks. This could be handy. But it's competence and we have Valerie, so it doesn't matter because it doesn't stack. Undertaker's Gloves. +3 morale bonus to AC against the attacks of undead creatures. Now, this can be good. But for 25,000, this would also be good. This guy has a lot of cool things. +3 to the DC of all divination school spells. It's divination, so I don't care too much. Maximize, this would be nice, but 54,000, I don't want to spend that right now. Scroll of Stone Skin. Then a couple of wands. Let me see. Do you have this already, Juby? No, he does not have Stone Skin. I think I will purchase this scroll just in case Mr. Juby wants to cast it like on the leopard or something like that. And I kind of want this, but no, it's way too expensive for me at this moment. I will get this naturally at some point. This is good though, man. Do I want this? 25,000, goddamn. I will say no. It would be good to deal with Cyclops Nah. I think I'm fine without that, and I hope this isn't like famous last words, but I think I'm okay. The Holy Bastard Sword makes me kind of curious. Because when I do give her Shattered Defenses, I will want a weapon that actually triggers it. And I don't know if I'm gonna find a better Bastard Sword by then. Man. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Because I don't want to be very sad if I need it and I don't have it. So let's just take it. So, Valerie, my lover. You get this before I forget. Okay. And Valerie takes the Holy Bastard Sword. Okay, so this is a Bastard Sword +1. Okay. There you have it. You should go back to using... Okay, let me do this. Okay, perfect. What else did I get? I forget. I bought 2 things, right? Ah, yes. Copy.
Yes?
This is a level 4. I think I'll stick with these. Okay.
Without a doubt.
So thank you, Mr. Skeleton. Next episode, we're gonna go to our barony, check up on our kingdom management, see if my artisan's shop has been built or not, and very likely also get the update on the Ancient Curse Part 3. Oh, right, I need to do this. I forgot. Oh god. Oh no. I completely missed the fact that this was timed. Okay, well, hopefully I can do it. I think I can do it. 6 days and 16 hours. It should be fine. Should be fine. Man, that's a big misstep on my part. I'm gonna end the episode, but let me just see. Because Talon Peak... Where's Talon Peak? It's kind of far away, but it's not showing. Or am I wrong? Where is Talon Peak? The heck? I think it's around here. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to Silvershire and look for her around this area. I think it's in this region. But yeah, well, something to do in the next episode, and I hope I don't miss this because I don't want to miss my artisan. Naturally. So yeah, this will be the end of this episode, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me on the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker. Questions, suggestions, you know what to do, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more, many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe everyone.